When I think of all the areas of risk that we consider at Child Bereavement UK on a regular basis, I think the ones that concern us most are fundraising and safeguarding. Fundraising because it's absolutely vital to the sustainability of our services, and safeguarding because of the vulnerability of the population that we serve. When it comes to managing fundraising risk, I think it's one of those areas where we probably have least control. It can be incredibly volatile, worrying about income generation, and I suppose that's been highlighted in the current political climate with all the uncertainty that there is around Brexit and what that means as it pans out, what that'll mean for charities. But I think what we do as a charity is try to adopt a strategy looking at multi-channel fundraising, so to try and diversify our fundraising portfolio so that we don't find ourselves in a situation where we're overly reliant on particular funding streams. I think the other thing that we do very well, and we've invested a lot of time and effort in it, is to build really robust, meaningful relationships with our donors and supporters so that they really get under the skin of us as a charity. They understand who we are and what we're trying to achieve. They understand how we use the funds that they give us, and they understand the impact that that achieves for our beneficiaries. When it comes to safeguarding, it's incredibly important that we protect the families that we work with, because they come to us invariably following the death of a child, or in families where children are bereaved at an incredibly vulnerable time of their lives. And so it's really important that we have processes and protocols, procedures in place to guide our staff how to deal with safeguarding issues should they arise. We have, right from the point of recruitment, procedures for undertaking disclosure and barring checks for staff and volunteers who are going to be in contact with children or young people or vulnerable adults. We have really strong systems of supervision, regular supervision that's mandatory for those staff, debriefing for volunteers if they've attended a family group programme. We have very robust measures in terms of protecting the data, the sensitive data in relation to those families, with different levels, very clearly defined levels of access to what's in our database. And we also have a very clear code of conduct for our staff and volunteers that covers all sorts of things, from really our expectations around behaviour in relation to physical contact, social contact, contact via technology, taking of photographs, managing difficult behaviours, and also dealing with children, young people and adults who are in distress.